Messy, and unorganized are some of the surprising signs of a smart person. Scientists came together to analyze thousands of data points and found these 10 signs of exceptional intelligence. Do you have any of them? Let's find out right now. It's hard to admit, but some of us are actually smarter than others. It is what it is, and there's no denying it. IQ tests are usually the go-to solution if we are looking to measure the mental capabilities of a person. But it turns out, it's not always necessary. Stick with me to the end of this video to find out 10 traits of exceptionally intelligent people that will help you recognize them without any tests. You can even use these signs for self-analysis. Number 1. You're a lifelong learner. Which is another way of saying you realize how much you don't know. As contradictory as it may sound, true geniuses easily admit how much they still don't know. You could be gifted with making poems, or have a musical talent parallel to Mozart, but still fail at physics. More than that, you must definitely have some concepts to explore even in your area of expertise. If you can honestly say, "I don't know," instead of mumbling, "I think I have somewhat of an idea on it," and running off to Google it right after, it shows that you're an intelligent person. Trust me on this one, because this idea is backed up by science. Scientists, Justin Kruger and David Dunning, worked with a group of Cornell University undergrads and published the results of their research in the Journal of Personality and Social Psychology in 1999. They asked students to predict their scores after being tested in humor, logical reasoning, and English grammar. Those who were 100% sure they did outstandingly well ended up with worse results than those who were more critical of themselves. As it turns out, intelligence isn't just about what you know. It's also about your ability to learn and adapt. This brings us to number 2, you're an incredible problem solver. If you can solve a complicated problem with a simple solution, you're probably pretty intelligent. The ability to simplify and solve difficult issues is considered a key characteristic of an intelligent person. So if problem solving is a no-brainer for you, that's a sign of true intellect right there. This goes from figuring out what's wrong with a damaged vehicle to mediating an issue in the workplace. Employers generally appreciate workers who take the initiative in solving problems instead of simply reporting them. You're going the extra mile for your organization, and that's valued. These people tend to be promoted to higher paying positions. Not only this, but genuinely clever individuals can look past unpleasant situations, identify the root cause of the problem, and assist others in resolving their disputes. They don't talk your ear off and instead take actions where it is needed. They like to keep things brief and straight to the point. If you know someone like this, take a moment to listen to their problem-solving methods. It will help improve your own ability to fix issues. Number 3, you're highly adaptable and flexible. Life isn't always easy. Some complain about it, and they might even throw a tantrum because adjusting to new things is just too much. But intelligent people, on the other hand, are generally more capable of taking on twists and challenges. Adaptability is actually a key component of intelligence. It refers to the ability to adapt to new situations and circumstances. This trait could also be traced back to resilience, the ability to pull yourself up in the face of adversity. Intelligent people aren't afraid of uncertainty and are prepared to face whatever comes their way. Even when things don't go exactly as planned, they bounce back fast and are ready to try again. 4. You have a strong sense of curiosity and a desire to know more. Most people think that pretending to know everything is impressive and makes you look smart. However, it's the ones who dare to admit they don't know everything that is the brightest. It's not just a display of humility, it's also because it shows their interest in learning new things. Truly intelligent people ask insightful questions and spend hours researching new and exciting topics. As a result, they continue to learn throughout their lives. Remember, intelligence is also about your desire to continue learning and expanding your knowledge. With that said, we have number 5, you have excellent observation and memory retention skills. That's not all. If you're intelligent, you love to observe things. Do people admire your ability to remember small details? Well, paying attention to your surroundings is a sign of intelligence. You don't have to be Sherlock Holmes to observe what's going on around you. Intelligent people use their observation skills to make better judgments. This can also make you communicate better with others. You'll eventually achieve success in your personal and professional life. You'll be surprised to know that many forms of intelligence are linked with your capability to observe and remember. For instance, naturalist intelligence is related to your ability to notice patterns and changes in the natural world, while verbal linguistic intelligence is associated with your ability to recall what you read or hear. 6. You have excellent communication skills. It's not like you're a psychic, but do you know that feeling when you're talking with someone and they can't find the right word, or can't seem to finish their sentence and you do it for them? If you do, you might be a genius. Intelligence isn't just about what's going on in your own head. It's also about being able to effectively communicate your thoughts and ideas to others, and vice versa. Empathy is a sign of exceptional mental intelligence. If you are emotionally intelligent, you love meeting new people and learning new things. According to psychologist and author of Focus, The Hidden Drivers of Excellence, Daniel Goleman, people who care a lot about others and can feel them well, generally, succeed in life. Literally, talking and getting to know other people's experiences helps you understand life better, so you can excel at living it. You can even learn from the mistakes of others, and not at the cost of your own. Genius, isn't it? Let's move on to the next point. 7. You're good at making connections and seeing patterns. Do you have an eye for patterns? Pattern recognition is a reliable sign of intelligence, and it can manifest in many different ways. Some people notice physical patterns. For example, the branches and leaves on a tree. Most people look at a tree and see nothing special, but you might see something much more intricate. Natural objects are filled with fascinating biological patterns, just like paintings, buildings, and other works of art. However, not all patterns are physical. Some hyper-intelligent people notice patterns in language, information, and history. If you excel at recognizing patterns, your powerful brain can shift perspectives and make profound connections. You can understand concepts as a whole, and then seconds later, you can zoom in on tiny individual pieces. This is a rare talent held by only the most intelligent people, so if it sounds familiar, you might be one of them. 8. You are decisive and have excellent critical thinking skills. Do you consider yourself a decisive person? Most highly intellectual people make quick, intelligent decisions because they excel at predicting what comes next. Your ability to identify patterns and synthesize knowledge gives you a unique perspective on the big picture. More importantly, intelligent people know that no decision is permanent or flawless. At the end of the day, failing is just another word for learning something new. Remember, intelligence isn't just about being able to recall facts. It's also about being able to analyze and evaluate information in a logical and critical way. 9. You're able to think outside the box. Innovative ideas and creative solutions are basically everyday practices for the highly intelligent. Creativity is actually one of the highest forms of intelligence, as it requires thinking outside of the box. Since intelligent people are able to see things from a different perspective, they excel at problem solving. They're also great at turning visions into reality, which takes incredible know-how and good observation skills, in addition to a curious and creative mind. And finally, you have excellent emotional intelligence. We all have those days when everything seems to upset us. Coffee doesn't taste that good, the shining sun is now annoying, and if people are asking you, "What's wrong?" you only want to yell at them. Believe it or not, even geniuses get upset sometimes, well, a lot in fact, but the difference is they know exactly what's bothering them. Intelligence isn't just about being smart, it's also about being able to understand and manage your own emotions, as well as the emotions of others. Being aware of your own emotions gives you the opportunity to solve the problem at its root and move on much quicker compared to the average person. Exceptionally intelligent people don't stick to the past, and they definitely don't blame everyone and everything around them for their bad moods. Psychologist Daniel Goleman explains a real genius does not only address problems but also recognizes emotions when they feel them, and does not ignore them. A mind free of constantly bothering anger and frustration will more likely generate something outstanding, don't you think? Thank you for listening, and remember, you only need to master one thing at a time. Good luck at your journey.